Making mistakes is one of the most important things while learning a new language. Only by making mistakes you will be able to improve your language skills and get better. But in the past 5 years, I have been teaching to mainly English speakers, so I have spotted the most common mistakes you guys make. So why not fix them right away? Ciao a tutti, io sono Stefano and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time, to my channel. I upload videos regularly here on this channel, and I usually talk about Italian grammar, vocabulary, phrases, but I also do vlogs, so if you would like to know more about our culture, about our lifestyle here in Italy, and would like to see some very cool places, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This way you won't miss a single lesson and a single vlog. In today's lesson we're going to talk about the most common mistakes that I think English speakers make in Italian. Now, I've been teaching Italian to mainly English speakers, but maybe these mistakes also apply to other languages. So if you're watching this video and your native language is not English and you find yourself making these mistakes as well, just let me know in the comments below. So let's start right away with the first mistake: misgendering nouns in Italian. As you know, Italian has two different genders, masculine and feminine. And of course that's a little bit tricky because you don't have that in English. So sometimes misgendering a word and thinking that a word is masculine and instead is feminine, or vice versa, can be a little bit complicated. But there are some words that you get wrong all the time. So let's try to fix this mistake once and for all. The first word is problema. Problema. Now, problema means problem. That's pretty easy. And I know, although problema ends with a, it's actually masculine. And that applies to also other words ending in a, specifically MA words. For example, think about the word tema, that means topic or essay. That word is actually masculine as well. But anyway, when you're saying problema and you want to say, oh, the problem is, the right article you should use is il, because problema is masculine. Therefore, you should say il problema è, the problem is, and blah blah blah, whatever you want to say. The second word that is always misgendered in Italian is paese. Paese. Now, paese means country. Now, the thing is that paese ends in e. And actually, words ending in E can be either masculine or feminine, it depends. I've actually made a video on this topic to better understand if a word is masculine or feminine in general, and also some specific tips about E-ended words. You can go watch that video after this one, but I've actually made a video for pretty much any mistake that I'm going to list in today's video. So you will find in the description box below a link with all the videos you should watch to fix these mistakes if you're making them. But you'll find everything in the description box below. Now let's just focus on the word paese. So paese is actually masculine, but a lot of times I just hear la paese, la paese. Nope, the country is il paese, il paese. Another common mistake is the use of the preposition per instead of da. So in English, when you want to express the idea of you starting to do something and then this thing is actually still ongoing in the present, you're going to use the preposition for. For example, I've been living in Italy for 10 years. Now, this idea doesn't actually apply to Italian because the preposition you should use in Italian to express this concept, this idea, is actually da. So for example, let's say you want to say, I've been studying Italian for 4 months, but you're still doing it right now, you're still studying Italian. So in this case, we're going to translate this sentence and say, studio italiano da 4 mesi. Studio italiano da 4 mesi. So as you can see, I'm using the present, studio, and that's pretty easy. And actually, it also makes sense because I'm doing it right now, still. And I'm going to use the preposition da to express the idea of me starting studying Italian 4 months ago, but I still do it right now. This action is still ongoing in the present. Studio italiano da 4 mesi. I've also made a video on this topic, you'll find the link in the description box below. Now, another very common mistake is the verb piacere. Now, piacere, to like, works in a complete different way in Italian. I know. But just remember two main things. You don't conjugate the verb piacere according to the person that is liking something, but you choose the right form of piacere based on the amount, the number of things you like. So in this quick little video, let's just focus on how to say I like. But then in the description box below, you'll find 2 videos on the verb piacere that you will have to watch if you haven't. So, if you want to say I like, you've got 2 options actually. Mi piace and mi piacciono. You're going to say mi piace if the amount of things you like is singular. So if you like one thing. For example, mi piace la pasta. Mi piace la pasta. I like pasta. But if the amount of things you like is plural, then you're going to use mi piacciono. For example, mi piacciono le lasagne. Mi piacciono le lasagne. Now we're just talking about how to say I like. If you want to say you like, it's very easy. You just swap the mi for ti and you say ti piace or ti piacciono based on the amount of things, the number of things you like. Then, if you want to say that you like someone, that's a whole different story, and there's also a video about that. You'll find it below. So I hope the explanations of these mistakes make sense until now, but how would you say make sense in Italian? Well, this is another very common mistake, make sense, because the translation of make sense, many students think is fa senso. Fa senso. Well, because fare means to do, to make, and sense is senso. But no, fa senso actually means it's gross. When we say that something fa senso, we're saying that a thing is gross. We usually say fa senso when something is gross to our eyes. For example, let's say that we are watching a movie and there's a very gory scene, so we just say, oh, questa scena fa senso, like it's gross, don't watch it. But if you want to say that something makes sense, well, in Italian, things don't make sense, they have sense. So you're going to use the verb avere and you're going to say, ha senso, ha senso, or it doesn't make sense, non ha senso, non ha senso. Then another very common mistake is the word frustrato. Frustrato. Now, a lot of my students have been using the word frustrato and say, oh, sono frustrato, sono frustrata. Although the translation of frustrated is frustrato, we don't use it very much in Italian. And the reason why we don't is that frustrated, frustrato, is a very strong word. It doesn't have the same meaning. So in English, you're just gonna say that you are frustrated if something is not going the way you want it to be. For example, while you're learning a language, you can get frustrated pretty easily and you say, oh, I'm frustrated because I cannot speak the way I would like to. Well, in Italian, if you want to express that idea, you could say, for example, that you are sad, triste, angry, arrabbiato, arrabbiata. Don't use the word frustrated, frustrato. Honestly, the word arrabbiato, angry, is actually less strong than frustrato. So to resemble the same idea of frustrated, personally, I would just say arrabbiato or triste eventually. Or triste e arrabbiato, that is pretty much what frustrated means. Frustrato is very general. We would say that a person is frustrato when we're talking about the lifestyle of that person. Like that person is frustrated all the time. And it's very, very, very negative. We don't use it a lot. And if we ever use it, well, we're being pretty negative and strong. So, triste and arrabbiato instead, alright? And now, the next mistake of today is è bene. È bene. Now, when you want to say it's good, please don't say è bene. Why is that? Well, because bene is an adverb. It actually means well. So let's think this through. Let's say, for example, that you've watched this video and then at the end of the video you want to say, oh, this is a pretty good video. Now, some people might think that the translation of this is a good video is questo video è bene. Nope. And why is that? Because bene is an adverb. It means well. So think about it. Would you say in English that this video is well? Nope, you can't. So, bene is not the right adverb to use. So you can say, for example, that questo video è bello. questo video è buono, è un buon video. But don't say that this video is bene. Questo video è bene. Because bene is an adverb and it means well. So when would you use bene? Well, with all other verbs except the verb essere, to be. So for example, one of the most common uses of the word bene is with the verb stare. Sto bene, I'm good, I'm well, actually. Or for example, io so parlare bene l'italiano. Io so parlare bene l'italiano. I know how to speak Italian very well. In this case, I'm using bene because bene refers to parlare, a verb. So bene, you can use it with verbs, you can use it with any verb, with the verb stare if you want to say that you're good, you are well, but you cannot use it with the verb essere. So remember that e bene doesn't work, except in one case, but we're not gonna talk about that in today's video. Okay, alright, what do you think? Do you make any of these mistakes? And if you do, did you understand why they're wrong? So I hope that this video helped you realize the mistakes you were making and also how to correct these mistakes. Maybe you can let me know in the comments below if this video helped. And if it did, don't forget to leave a like. This way, if you press the like button, YouTube is gonna understand that this video is useful and it's helping people. So the algorithm will start pushing my video to more people, my channel will grow, and eventually I will be able to make some wonderful things here on my channel. So for example, more videos and more travels and so on. So if you wanna support me, you will just have to do one little thing. Press the like button. It's gonna help me tremendously. Alright, we are done for today's video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell if you wanna be notified every single time I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Teacher Stefano, for more educational content, and also check out my website teacherstefano.com for my online course for beginners. Ci vediamo nella prossima lezione. A presto, ciao!